Hello friends, how are you doing today? My name is Mary and this is Happily Ever Esch. So today I am sharing with you guys part of my birthday book haul. It's really a book outlet book haul. My husband got all of these books for me when Book Outlet was having their big 15% off and free shipping sale. And so this is really a bunch of short stories. Book Outlet was killing it with like short story collections that I was interested in for really good prices. So I snagged a bunch of them up. So if short stories really aren't your jam, this might not be the book haul for you. But I will have another one coming eventually. I don't know how long because it was a book depository order, so sometimes those take a while to trickle in, but eventually that haul will be coming to you guys as well. But like I said, April's my birthday month, and so what else do we ask for our birthday but for more books? So that is what I'm sharing with you guys. So the first book I got was Nothing Gold Can Stay by Ron Rash. Ron Rash is a very popular author. I believe he writes poetry, short fiction, and novels, and he's very kind of highly praised for his work. This is a short story collection set in Appalachia, and I think kind of just following Appalachian life there. I know the title story, Nothing Gold Can Stay, is about two drug addicts who go to their old boss's farm to steal some like gruesome war trophy, and I feel like they all kind of have a similar vibe to that, maybe a little darker stories. The cover has a beautiful embossed tree on it, and I'm very excited about this one. I've not read any Ron Rash before, so I'm excited to try him and see what I think. And Appalachia is definitely one of my buzzwords. I love books set in that setting. Next we have In the Twilight by Anton Chekhov. This is a classical short story collection. I believe he wrote this in the late 1800s. This is kind of the short story collection that thrust him into critical acclaim. This is translated from the Russian, I believe, by Hugh Applin. It's a lovely cover, and a lot of his highly acclaimed works are in this collection, so I'm excited to try this as well. This is under 200 pages, and there's like over 17 stories in this, so his stories seem to be pretty short, so we'll see what I think about those. Next we have Dinosaurs on Other Planets by Danielle McLallen. I am very excited about this one. It's set in modern day Ireland. They deal with love, betrayal, and turning points in other people's lives, so that just sounds great. And I know that Jen Campbell recommended this to a lot of people who enjoyed Sweet Home by Kara Spray, which was one of the short story collections I read last year and absolutely loved, so I am excited. And this author has been compared to Anne Enright and Alice Munro, and so that is very high praise indeed, so I'm excited to try this collection out, and I think that cover is stellar. So next I have A Manual for Cleaning Women by Lucia Berlin. This author has passed away, I believe, in the early 2000s, and a lot of her work is kind of just coming up and becoming more popular with her reprintings, and she's being very highly praised for her work. This is a collected, just a collection of her works. It's pretty thick, but I'm very excited to get to this. She writes, a lot of her stuff is set in Southwest America, kind of dealing with the lifestyle there. The inside flap says, Berlin crafts miracles from the everyday, uncovering moments of grace in the laundromats and halfway houses of the American Southwest, in the homes of the Bay Area upper class, among switchboard operators and struggling mothers, hitchhikers, and bad Christians. Readers will revel in this remarkable collection from a master of the form and wonder how they'd ever overlooked her in the first place. So very excited, and especially to give a more modern classic author some love and the praise that she deserves. So excited to try this. I'm excited to try everything, but it just comes out. You can't help it. Next I have Miss Grief and Other Stories. This is by Constance Finnemore Wilson. I know that she was a very popular author of her time. She wrote in the mid to late 1800s and was considered the best of her time. So this is a collection of her short fiction. The back says, she depicted with precise realism and great empathy a broad landscape of Americans and their ways, from the people to the rural Midwest and Deep South to socially refined expatriates in Europe. Here, Anne Boyd Rowe, the author of Wilson's highly praised biography, presents a gathering of Wilson's most accomplished stories from throughout her life. So, the best of the best in this. Excited to read this and see if I have a new classical author I can love. And I don't hear a lot of people talking about her, so we'll see. I hope to really enjoy her work. Next, I have the stories of Brice DJ Pancake. It's got a cool cover with the fox. Pancake, I believe, was born in the mid-1950s, and sadly he died, I believe, at the age of 26. He took his own life, very tragically and sadly. And so I think after his death, these short stories were found and published. He's been compared to Hemingway. A lot of people just say like how amazing it is that we have these stories, and they believe that if Pancake had continued to write, he would have been very influential just in literature. So I'm excited to get to try the very short amount of work that we have from him and see what I think of these. His stories seem to revolve around native rural West Virginia. Rural is another one of my buzzwords. I love things in rural settings. So very excited to try his work. Again, not very long, like 200 pages maybe. So next, I have Alone with You, stories by Marissa Silver, another short little collection. This says that Marissa Silver mines the complexities of modern relationships and the unexpected ways love manifests itself. Silver brilliantly etched characters confront life's abrupt and unsettling changes with fear, courage, humor, and overwhelming grace. In Alone with You, we see at once what is familiar and what is strange and meet ourselves anew. Sounds great. I love the cover. It's kind of got that like 1940s diner vibe. And so I'm very excited to see what I think of this collection. Next, Night at the Fiestas by Kirsten Valdez Quaid. These are set in New Mexico. I believe they're interconnected short stories, but I'm not sure. I know this is a very well-loved collection of stories. I think the land, like the area that it's set in, has a lot of influence. They said they're about love, loss, and violence, and kind of how those things have shaped the New Mexico landscape. So it says a lot of the characters are troubled, all things that I think will make for a great read, and I'm excited to get to this one. Next, News from Heaven by Jennifer Haig. This is a short story collection set in the coal mining town of Bakerton, Pennsylvania. I believe she wrote a novel set in the same place, and then this is just short stories kind of following those people. Coal mining, mountain town, painful transitions, kind of stories spanning time and seeing the change, economic change, and how that affects social change as well. All things that I love. I don't believe you've had to have read the novel. I think these might follow some characters, but the short story collection I think can be separate from the novel, but some stories that I'm really excited to get into. Next, I have this beautiful copy of Evelyn Waugh's complete short stories. I love that pipe, and this is a chunker as well. Evelyn Waugh was kind of a satirical writer in his time. He wrote, I believe, in like the 20s to the 40s, so kind of that time period, a lot of social commentary. I haven't read anything by him. I also have a novel that I need to get to, but this is his complete work, so a lot of short stories. He's considered a master of the prose, so I know that some of these stories like are alternative endings or added chapters to his novels, so I don't know if you read them if they'll spoil the book, but I might just have to check before I read that story. But something that I would like to do is read a whole body of short fiction by an author, and so maybe Evelyn Waugh will be my guide this year. We'll see. And then the last short story collection, or rather an anthology, is the complete Canadian short stories. This is a beast. Not something I plan on just sitting down and reading, but maybe something to pick up a story here or there for a nice little palate cleanser between novels. This has, I mean, a ton of authors in it, and it's just Canada's best short fiction, I believe, from classical work to modern day. So I think it encompasses it all, and this was such a good price for this huge book, so excited. I don't read a lot of Canadian literature, so I have this now, and I will. And the last two, one's a nonfiction, and then the other is a novel. The nonfiction that I bought was Just Mercy by Bryan Stevenson, a story of justice and redemption. Bryan Stevenson has been a very influential lawyer. He has founded the Equal Justice Initiative, which its whole purpose is to defend the poor, to defend people who have been wrongly convicted, and those kind of trapped in our judicial system. So his whole goal is to help and defend these people, the people that are oftentimes, mistreated or abused in our justice system. So very excited to read Just Mercy. I think that this is going to be super interesting. I hope to get a lot of the kind of political aspect of this, since he is a lawyer, and just to hear his experiences and his story and what he, has to say. So very excited to read this and hopefully learn more and just have my eyes opened more by someone who is living and working in this system every day. And then last but certainly not least, I have The Year of the Runaways by Sunjeev Sahota. This follows 4 immigrants, 3 males and 1 female, immigrating from India to England, and it's just their year of stories and experiences. Something that I think is very important to read, just to listen and learn hopefully about that experience. This was nominated for the Man Booker in 2015, I think, and it is quite a chunky book, but one that I think kind of sounds just like an epic sweeping tale, and something that is very timely, and just I'm very interested. I think the cover is also lovely, so was excited to pick up this nice hardback for not very much money. So that was my book outlet book haul. So I hope that you maybe found something that was of interest to you, maybe a short story collection that you want to try. Not, there's 2 other books as well. So I hope that you guys are having a great April. I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in a very long time with Easter and everything. It was a little crazy, but it felt good to sit down and talk about some new books that I have acquired. So I hope that you guys are having a great day. I hope to talk to you guys in the comments, and I will see you later. Bye.